cards are played. If a deuce comes up, you've got it made on Cut Shark. And here's the host of Cut Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you very much. I thank you, and welcome to Card Sharks. Delighted to have you here. Thank you. Thank you for joining us at home. And the opening poem comes from Mildred Short of Aurora, Illinois, watching on WMAQ TV, Channel 5. Thank you, Mildred, for taking part in the show. Now let's open up the board and get to the cards. And we'll continue Turnabout Week with some fine TV MCs, Jim Lang and Alex Trebek. Hello, James.
How are you?
I'm fine. Alex, good to see you.
Good, thank you.
It's so nice and casual.
It's better today than you did yesterday, yeah.
Well, yesterday I wore a Montreal Canadiens shirt, but unfortunately they were eliminated by the Minnesota North Stars last year in the playoffs, and Minnesota's colors are green.
So that's it in honor of them. You are you still play a lot of hockey, don't you? You still play hockey. You've got.
I did until about a year and a half ago when I took an elbow in the side of the face and broke a molar. And that took $1,500 to fix, and I said, hockey might be a younger man's
Maybe
game.
not, but hey, what do you do to relax?
I play hockey.
You do?
Not anymore, but I did.
No.
Yeah, I played in high school and college. I play golf. I love to play golf, and he's starting to.
Who are you playing for now?
I'm playing for the National Association for the Visually Handicapped. They've been my favorite charity for many years. I've had 12 golf tournaments for them, and they make a lot of money.
And Alex?
Brand new charity, the Associates of ICANN, the Interagency Council on Child Abuse and Neglect.
Good. All right. Let's get to it. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
Both cut the book cards. We're playing the best 2 out of 3. Of course, it's a round-robin tournament. As we left off, looking at the board, Jim has uncovered a 2. He needs 4 cards. Alex has uncovered a queen. Both good base cards. He also needs 4. We pick up with question 2, and it goes to you, Alex.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Hey.
Now, it's a fact that Donald Sutherland, the actor, actually delivered 2 of his own children. That's a fact. So we asked 100 married women, if you were pregnant, would you let Donald Sutherland... No, I'm begging. If you were pregnant, would you let your husband deliver the baby for you? How many married women would let their husband deliver their baby?
Okay. We have moved into a different age than the one in which I grew up, and I think a lot of women would. So I'm going to say that of 100... 68 would.
68 out of 100 would let their husband deliver the baby, Jim. Higher or lower?
That's a tough number. My thinking was along his lines, that if these were younger women, that's the little Boyer method and all that, but I think he went a little too high. I'll say lower.
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 It's lower. Jim plays his cards. If not, it'll be Alex with his. The actual number of married women who would let their husband deliver the baby is 37. It's lower. Jim is right.
Go, Jim.
Very much lower, as a matter of fact. Jim, you've got a 2 as your base card.
I will go higher for the next
Higher than
card.
the 2. Yes, the king.
All right, no aces, no kings. Come on, lower.
Lower than a king. A 3.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I did this last time, and
Hold the phone. Get the saliva test out.
Let's see. Well, I gotta go higher.
He's going with that good card, and he's right
All
with the
right.
queen. Now, you need only 1 on a good card there. What do you do?
Odds are
the
3 to 1 in your
the odds
favor.
say what? They say lower. Come on, please, lower.
Be a
Gonna
king.
go for it for the first game of the match.
Yes!
Jim Lang goes all the way to win game number 1, and $100 for the National Association of the Visually Handicapped. We'll get to game 2 as Lois clears the board. Next card's off the top of the
Can I
deck.
stay, or do I have to go home?
No. You're here.
Oh, but
of
he
course,
was
you got to
so
make a comeback
good.
right now.
I can name that in 2 notes.
It's easy for you to say. Tom, get out here.
All right. Jim, recently a football player wrote a book claiming that he goes out of his way to injure the players he tackles. So we asked 100 men, do you think a professional football player like this should be thrown off his team? How many men said yes, a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team?
Boy, I'd love to know where those 100 men were. That would make a lot of difference.
In a
Pittsburgh,
bar.
it'd be different.
In a bar in Pittsburgh.
That's right. How many think he should be thrown off?
How
the
many
team?
think he should be thrown off for intentionally trying to injure
Oh,
someone?
I'd say 83%.
83 out of
Throw 'em
100 in
off,
this
yeah.
case, Alex. Now, you like hockey, the great violent sport. What do you think?
I think there are enough football fanatics out there that more than 17 would go along with the guy who wants to injure. They get their jollies that way, so I'm going to have to go lower.
On the lower because of the number. Well, the audience doesn't agree with
Hey,
you.
I don't agree with the guy who does it. I'm just saying
Yeah, no,
lower.
just right. There may be more who feel the macho thing or what have you.
I think so.
The actual number of men who said a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team is 76, and Alex is right. And
really
probably
too high.
right with your thinking as well.
Good luck.
And Alex, you
Run
need
him,
this
come on.
game. Starts
It's my
with
turn to roll the board.
Run the board.
You can change that now. of
Change
course.
that, please.
You win the question. You can always change it, and a good change with a 10.
Thanks a lot.
A little better.
Got to be a little bit lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's not lower. It's the same. And Jim Lang gets a free chance to play a jack.
All right, I can't change that, right?
You must play it.
Can't change higher. No, lower. Excuse me, lower.
All right, lower.
Lower.
And
All
you're
right.
with a 2.
But you said higher.
Oh, am I hot? Higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
Don't look at me. I bombed out twice.
Help. Freeze.
We move over the freeze
Oh.
bar, protecting that position for Jim. And question 2 goes to Alex.
The chicken is loose here.
Alex, now one of this year's bestsellers is a book on sex in America written by a married man who did a lot of personal research into the subject.
I know the
such as going to massage parlors to experience what goes on there. So we asked 100 married women, would you let your husband go to a massage parlor if he said he was doing research for a book? How many women said they would let their husband go to the massage parlor for research on a book?
Depends what kind of research he's doing. If he's doing a book that has to do with mechanics, you know, why not? Let's go for about... Somebody in the audience yelled 25. Now, I think women are more in control of themselves and are not that worried. So let's go for 62.
62 out of 100 would let him go to the massage parlor.
Trusting women.
I don't think women are that trusting. I gotta say lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
The actual number of women who said they would let their husband go to a
Come on,
massage
women.
parlor to do research for a book is 24. It's lower. No,
Not many.
not that many.
Wait a minute, I'm canceling my membership in the National Organization of Women and ERA and all of that.
Jim, you've got a 9.
I want to change the card.
See if you can improve the 9, and it becomes
Come on.
a 6.
Oh,
Better?
well, that's 6. Not much of an improvement. I can freeze right now, can't I?
You can indeed. No, you might. That's a
No,
card you change.
I tell you what.
There's no point.
You have nothing to lose at
That's
this point.
right. Go higher.
See, you haven't made a call yet.
Higher.
Higher? It is
All
higher.
right.
Wait a minute.
So long, Alex. Lower.
Alex is already leaving. Is it lower? Yes, it is.
All
I've been lucky. Well, listen, I hope you're going to be lucky over there as we go for the big money. That's all right. You can go sit down for a while. We'll see you a little later in the round robin, yes?
While you were winning out here, they were putting a parking ticket on your car.
We'll be back with Jim Lang right after this.
Most people. Buzzer. 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 Buzzer.
Back with Jim Lang, who already has $200 for his favorite charity there. We're talking about the game, and yeah, that's absolutely right about the person who has to pick the number. They have the tough spot. But
Yeah, they're on the hook, and of course, sometimes if you really know your subject, it's easier. But this is a tough game. It's a lot of fun.
This is the fun part coming up now. You cut the
Yeah.
money cards?
Yeah, I did before.
Let's get over and play them. Come on, Jim. Here's the good part. See if we can pick up a little money for your favorite charity.
Come on, girls. Good cards.
$200 of new money and 3 cards on the bottom line for Jim to bet as he will. And we move up to the second level, add another $200 and 3 more cards. And remember, the minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money.
Okay.
Good
got
luck,
it.
Jim.
Got it.
Here's
All right.
$200.
All right.
And remember, too, that you can change the base card in each of the 3 levels if you
All
need
right.
to.
Come
Thank
on.
you, Melinda.
Stay lucky, Jim.
Stay
Come on.
lucky?
Stay lucky.
Yeah.
Change it. Change it.
Only change it once.
Come on.
Must
Little or
play
big?
this.
Little or big?
Oh.
Worse. Worse.
Near the middle with a 7 and $200.
Well, here I have control of the money.
That's
$50 higher.
$50 going with the odds higher. And he's right.
All right.
$250 and a check.
That's still not a great card. I'll go $100 lower.
$100 lower than a jack.
Oh.
Jack down to 150.
Well, I got 150 left, and well, it's got to be lower. I'll go $100 lower.
Again, $100 lower. This time he's
All
right with a 3. Good card. And with 250, we're going to move it up and give you the other 200. You've got 450, Jim.
Keep it. I I can change that, but I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep it $250 higher.
250. Higher than a 3. Yes.
right.
Third jack. Came up at a good time.
Boy, that jack killed me before. $200 lower.
$200 lower than the jack. He's right again. 906.
$50. Wow, make it an even $100 higher.
All right, $100 be there. Higher. Yes, with a 10. Nice round $1,000 as we move up to 10. Do you want it?
No, I want to change the card.
Let's see a good one right now.
Change
Come
the
on.
card. Come on. Oh.
Near the middle with a 7. Jim, you must bet at
Now
least
we gotta go with
500.
intuition, don't we?
You've got 1,000. You're near the middle with a 7. What do you say?
I can bet. I got to bet $500.
That's right.
All right, $500 higher.
Come on.
Higher.
$500.
Come on, higher.
Higher than a 7.
Higher. Oh.
A tough card up there at the
Yeah.
top, but you held back. So you've got 500, the 200 in the game. You're off and running with $700 for the National
great.
Association of the Visually Handicapped. Tough card up there at the top, Jim. Very tough. Come on down here, and we'll be back with two nice gentlemen to start another match right after this.
On the next Card Sharks Turnabout Tournament,
Now we're going to open the board and get to the cards.
it's Jack versus Jim and Tom versus Alex. Tomorrow night at 8 on Buzzer.
Hi, thank you, Gene. And Jim Lang is staying here, winning one match. And as we continue the round robin, the winner of the other first match, Jack Clark, is back here with us. We welcome Jack back.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back, formidable opponent. I've been
Formidable
watching you.
opponent.
You're tough.
You are here.
I have a whole new respect for contestants. First time I've been on this side,
Me
and
too.
it's scary.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The pressure's on. You're playing for who now?
For the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good. You've already won $2,700 for them, so you're off to a good start.
Very grateful. That's
Good luck to
terrific.
both of you. Lois has dealt out the two brand new decks of cards. Our gentlemen cut them, and we start with a question to Jack.
Okay.
Jack, we asked 100 men, if you could prolong your life 20 years by having your brain transplanted into a woman's body, would you do it? How many men would prolong their life by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body?
Wow. Now, that's a joke. There's another question you're going to
No,
ask
that's
me,
the
right?
question. That's it.
Now,
This is one of our literate questions.
Do we know, or is there any way of knowing the age level of these?
Now, whenever it's
100 men?
100, like 100 men, it'll be
on,
100
don't
men
stall,
cross.
Let's go.
Cross
All right.
section.
I'm gonna go for a low number. I really am. I'm gonna go for 18.
18 out of 100 men would take another 20 years by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body.
That's a good guess. It would depend on which woman you were going to transplant it into. You know, if it was Raquel Welch, hey, let's go. But I think lower. I don't think very many men would.
Even
want-
lower than that?
Yeah, brain transplant.
For 20 years. Interesting. 18 and lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of men who would prolong their life by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body is 29. Not lower. It's a little higher. Jack's got it.
That many?
Yeah, 29. Well, 20 years is a long time to add to your life, and maybe that 29 all thought they were going to be Raquel. Jack, you start with a 4.
All right, I'm gonna play the 4. Higher.
Higher than a 4, a king.
All right. Lower.
Lower than a king, a 3.
Hey, you're high. Watch out. Watch out. Higher.
Higher than a 3. No.
Isn't that frustrating?
Can't believe that.
You know, you were talking about contestants before. The look on your face looked like everybody that happens to.
I know.
Jim, you've got a queen.
All right, I can't change that
You
at all.
must play it
I'll say lower.
lower than a queen, a 9.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I'll say lower again.
Oh, he's going to risk it, and he's right.
All right, now I'm going to freeze.
And now halfway across the board, Jim freezes.
that
Lois
shit.
will fill in the spaces for Jack.
Pretty lucky, huh?
Gutsy move.
Jim
yeah,
Lang
really good.
continues being lucky up here.
Yeah.
Jim, we asked 100 bachelors. Very
Oh,
simply,
I should know that.
are you lonely? How many bachelors admitted they are lonely?
Oh. Get a lot of help from the bachelorettes out there. They wish all the bachelors
Yes,
were lonely.
yes, all the ladies who said 100,
No,
that's
there-
wishful
there's a
thinking,
certain,
right?
certain percentage of bachelors who are not lonely. I mean, who are having a great time, you know. But 2/3, I'd say 66 of them said they. What is it? We're lonely or we're not lonely?
They are lonely.
Are lonely. Oh. Okay, 50%. How's that put on you?
50?
Huh? 50%.
Or 50 out of 100 say
out of
they are
100.
lonely. Jack?
You're warm. You're a
Yeah.
warm, giving human being. Unhappily, I think unhappiness is a malady that too many people suffer. However, I'm not sure that they'd admit it. Macho and all that. Lower.
Lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't know the answer, but I would think that basically at some point or another, if you're by yourself, it's going to get to you. I would think it'll be higher. But we'll find out. 50, you say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of bachelors who admitted they are lonely is 23. You're right, Jack. I was wrong. Well,
No, I think they lied, Jim. That's what I...
you just want to make me feel good. Jack, you've got a 4.
All right, let's play it higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, a
All
queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Another 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. An 8.
Rizzo.
Well, that one was an easy decision. Wow, both players pretty well across that board.
Good game.
Yes, it is.
Jack, we asked 100 policemen. If a famous bank robber, fascinating question, 100 policemen.
Famous bank
If
robber.
a famous bank robber disappeared 50 years ago, and you discovered that he was now the kindly old man who lived next door to you, would you turn him in? How many policemen would turn the kindly
How long's
old
it been?
man in? Huh?
How long has it been?
50 years. He's a bank robber, and you find out he's the nice guy living next door.
How many would turn him in?
How many would turn him in?
I'll tell you, I bet you, because I doubt if there's a police officer in the world who wouldn't rather have crime disappear and go into some other line of work. If this guy's been clean, or at least out of banks for 50 years, I bet very few would turn him in. Yeah, I'm going to go again to 17.
17 out of 100 would turn the
17.
kindly old man in, Jim.
That makes a tough decision because I think he's right. His logic is perfectly correct. Just depends which officers. Some are dedicated so that they would want a promotion. They could, but I'll say lower.
Lower than that.
Lower, yeah.
The actual number of policemen who would turn the kindly old man in is 76.
Really?
76. Oh, boy.
I regret winning that one, Jim. I'll be
We
honest
found
with you.
out a lot about policemen right there.
Just keep
Jack,
playing,
you've got
Jack.
an 8.
Yeah. Oh, you change it. You go
Definitely get rid of
No
that
more
middle
8,
card, and
please.
Jack
Don't,
has a 5. Is it higher for the first game of the match? Yes! Jack Clark wins game 1. We'll be back with game 2 in this match right after this.
Join the shopping spree on Supermarket Sweep.
Are you ready to go shopping? On your mark, get set, go!
Coming up next, right here on Buzzer. The Blap.
We're still talking about that 76 that would turn in the kindly old man.
I'm astonished.
The statute of limitations had run out. He wouldn't have been convicted anyway. So I
Well,
guess
they're going to get him. He was guilty.
Oh,
Same
God.
2 decks of cards. We'll start game 2. Jack has the first game, and the question goes to you, Jim.
all right.
Jim, we asked 100 married men. Did you tell your wife you loved her the very first day you knew her? How many married men did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her?
I mean, a lot of guys use that as an approach.
Right.
You know, I mean, they just come, I love you, and they don't really mean it. But a lot of them probably love at first sight. That's the old thing.
Yeah.
47%. 47 out of 100.
47 out of 100 did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her.
No, I just wonder if most of us who find our ladies or our guys didn't have the least notion when they first met. I'm going to say lower than that.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
How many married men did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her? That's not in the biblical... No, okay. It's 47 and lower. The actual number of married men who did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her is... You're right, Jack. Very much lower. 4. Very much lower. Yeah, you don't really know you love somebody right off.
right.
And it grows, we hope.
I
Jack,
didn't
you
know
got
till
an
my
ace.
wife told me. Good one. Well, I'm a gambling type of person. I'm going to play that one, Jim. Go lower. Yes,
Lower
okay.
than an ace. A 2.
All right. Watch out. Oh, you get a sinking feeling, Jim?
Yes, I think.
Higher. Higher than a 2. A 7.
There you go.
Rizzo.
And we move over to the green card. Jack takes a 2-card advantage. We'll quickly get into another question. We're running out of time. We'll make this one quick. Jack, we surveyed 100 women who support the women's liberation movement. They all belong to the National Organization for Women. And we asked them, is there something in life you want to do but cannot, just because you're not a man? How many feminists said, yes, there is something they want to do but can't
I don't have to be
because they're a
specific.
woman?
I don't have to be specific.
No, nothing specific.
Oh, I would say maybe, I'm thinking that 62.
62 out of 100 say, yeah, there's something.
I
You say higher.
I say higher.
The actual number of feminists who said there is something they want to do but cannot because they're a woman is 53. Not higher, it's a little lower. And Jack, you've got a 7. You want the 7?
No, change it, please.
And the 7 becomes a Jack.
Jack. All right, lower.
Lower than a Jack. An 8.
Oh, I got to freeze.
And Freezing Jack needs one card for a crack at the big money for his favorite charity. We'll be right back right after this. Jack Clark and Jim Lang will complete this match tomorrow in Card Sharks. Nice people in the audience, some from Cincinnati, Ohio, and the Norwalk Seniors from Norwalk, California. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Some members of the studio audience will receive BedSack. New idea in bed covering. Provides luxury upholstery for your old mattress or box springs and protection for new, furnished by BedSack. A cheese board in Cleveland. Gino's Party Special Pizza with a crisp and tasty crust you can trust, plus the flavor shaker. Gino's in your grocer's freezer. A garden set. Knox Unflavored Gelatin makes houseplants fuller and greener. Look for instructions on specially marked boxes of Knox's Unflavored Gelatin. A carrying case in skincare and cosmetics from Fashion 220. Free beauty consultation in the privacy of your home. Fashion 220 for a lovely way of life. Tired of paper plates that fold up, china, and holds up. They're specially made for special occasions. Get super strong china when quality counts. A bathroom scale and new Renewcid adjustable air freshener. It lasts 25% longer. Open it a little or a lot. It all depends on the odors you've got. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Welcome to the first